is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're doing the 'Tis the Season book tag. So welcome to the second day of 12 days of Bookmas. Like I mentioned before, we're doing the 'Tis the Season book tag. This video was originally created by Bookishly Richie. I will leave the creator and original video linked down below. And for this one, we only have 7 questions to get through, and I'm very, very excited. So let's jump in. The first question is, do you have a favorite winter read? So I really don't consider books to have seasons. I just don't think about it that way. So when I was trying to figure out what to say for this one, the only thing I could really think of was going to be the Lord of the Rings series by J.R.R. Tolkien. I have the Fellowship of the Ring right here in one of the pretty editions. I actually bought this one earlier this year. Absolutely love it. Really need to reread this series so that I can read it in this gorgeous edition, because this one has illustrations every so often. Like, oh, I'm just so excited to have these. And the reason I'm picking Lord of the Rings for this is actually not even necessarily from the books. However, that's what it's making me think of. It's because of the fact that I actually try to watch the extended edition movies every New Year's Eve. We missed last year, and the year before that I was pregnant with Presley, and we only made it to 2 out of the 3 movies. But I think we're gonna try and do it again this year, but it's just something that I've always done. Like, it's a tradition for our family to try to watch the extended editions every New Year's Eve throughout the day. And so that just makes me think that these are winter related. Question number 2 is, find a book with blue on the cover. First of all, Presley is just up and down today. But for that, I did pick Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. This I keep meaning to read. It's actually on my Clear Your Shit Readathon TBR, so I definitely want to try to get to it in December. But I also have a ton of other books that I think I want to get to this month, so we shall see. But look at this gorgeousness. Obviously, it's blue all over. And from my understanding, this is based in a world where Cinderella was real, but a couple hundred years later, we have descendants of Cinderella, I believe, and there's some sort of like competition or ball or something where you're supposed to be betrothed to a prince. But this is also a female-female romance, so we shall see. Question number 3, find a book that you would use as the star on a Christmas tree. For that one, we're going with Star Trek The Classic Episodes. This is a Barnes & Noble collectible edition. I just put you down. Like I said, up and down, up and down. What do you want? Oh, good job. Patting Deadpool on the head. Like I was saying, Star Trek The Classic Episodes. This is a Barnes & Noble collectible edition, so it's like the fake leather bound sort of thing. We have very gorgeous shiny edges. They're silver sprayed edges, and I mean, these editions always have amazing end papers, but this obviously is related to the show. Here's the end papers on the back. We also have a like blueprinty looking thing of the Enterprise and our spine. The main reason I'm picking this, 1, because I love Star Trek so much, but 2, because it is shiny, and we have the command insignia, and the inside of the command insignia always reminds me of a star. I mean, it is a star, it just has a very tall top point. So I feel like this would be perfect on the top of a Christmas tree. Question 4, pick one fictional place that would be perfect for a winter vacation. This I had so much trouble trying to figure out, because I have come to a revelation. When you say fictional place, obviously you don't mean places that are in our normal world. And so a lot of people probably pick places from fantasy books or sci-fi books, probably fantasy more if you're going winter vacation. But like I said, I've come to a revelation. A lot of my fantasy is still based in our world. And that's because I do actually like more urban fantasy than high fantasy or epic fantasy. And so it was very, very hard going through my books trying to find a fictional place, because a lot of my books have maybe fictional worlds that are based on our world that have other elements. So like The Mortal Instruments is set in New York, but it also has, you know, vampires and werewolves and all this kind of stuff. But New York is still in our our regular world. So what I eventually settled on is going to be Stormhold from Stardust. So Stormhold is the more magical setting of this book. We also have the town of Wall, but I mean, that's probably a good place too, but we're gonna go with Stormhold. I also feel like out of a lot of the fantasy stuff I have, Stormhold, while there are still some dangerous things there and dangerous situations you could get into, it's not like the Hunger Games where you would necessarily have to worry about going into the Hunger Games, or a post-apocalyptic setting where you'd have to worry about monsters or something like that. So I do feel like this could be a very good winter setting. I don't know if it snows there or not, but I live in Arizona and I don't get white winters, so it's what it is. Question number 5, pick one fictional character to take with you on your winter vacation. For this one, my husband thought this was funny. I'm gonna probably pick Mary Poppins, only because I want someone to help me with this kiddo if I'm going on a winter vacation. So yes, that means she wouldn't necessarily get to enjoy it as much, but maybe I could, because I wouldn't have to watch over a 1-year-old as much. I still love this kid so much, but if I'm gonna go on a special winter vacation into a fictional place, he might need somebody to watch over him who is a little bit magical themselves. Number 6, name one book on your wish list this year. For this one, I have a ton of books on my wish list, but I'm gonna be going with Keeper of the Lost Cities Exile by Shannon Messenger. That is the second book in the Keeper of the Lost Cities series. I finished the first one last month. Absolutely loved it, 5 out of 5 stars, and I need to continue with the series. So that is on my wish list, and I would love to get that. If somebody doesn't get it for me for Christmas, I'm probably gonna end up getting it myself. And then number 7, favorite holiday drink, treat, and movie. So for drink, this is going to seem a little bit weird. I don't like do the traditional holiday drinks. I don't really like hot beverages either, so I don't do like hot chocolate or anything like that. So what I'm picking is actually going to be Canada Dry Ginger Ale with Orangeade. The reason I'm picking this is we actually just discovered this like a week or 2 ago, and so now for me it feels like more of a holiday type of treat. I know we just, did Thanksgiving and all of that kind of stuff, so it just feels like, because I found it around the holidays, that's my favorite holiday beverage right now. And then for treat, I'm gonna be going with the chocolate oranges. I know there's a couple different brands of them, but my favorite is the dark chocolate orange. It is something that I would always get in my stocking like every year, and I still do, and I just absolutely love it because it's one of those things, or at least in the US, I don't know about other countries, but it feels like you can only really get it around Christmas time, and I love it so much. Dark chocolate orange. Those are great. And then for movie, my immediate gut reaction is going to be The Holiday with Kate Winslet, Jack Black, Cameron Diaz, and Jude Law. I have watched this movie so freaking much. It is like a rom-com set around Christmas. It is so good. Jack Black needs to have more like romantic comedy love interest roles because he is so good, 1, in his comedies, but 2, even when he's playing like a serious character, so good. And then some runners up just because I had to. I also love While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock, but also like Elf with Will Ferrell. I just absolutely love those ones. I try to watch them at least around the holidays, but I have definitely been known to watch them the rest of the year as well. And that's the last question, which is probably good because this kid just yawned and he is looking tired. So that is it for me. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I actually have another video coming up tomorrow for the 12 days of Bookmas, so I will see you then. Bye!